Welcome to Two Guys, No Credentials,
where two completely unqualified people talk about nothing.
and everything.
Like we know what we're doing. Spoiler, we don't.
Do you remember the original XFL at all?
No. Yes, but well, I remember that it existed, but that's it.
So, this thing was absolutely incredible. They actually, the whole concept, right, was to be like the WWE for football. So they wanted to be like on the field and have a real up close experience. But a lot of those things that they did in the XFL, the NFL does now because of them. The Skycam, that was XFL's idea.
Oh, okay.
So it's just pretty
Wow.
cool that they kind of use some of those ideas. But yeah, so Brian, they had this thing instead of a coin toss at the beginning of the game, they just put the ball at the 50-yard line, and then two players had to run from like their 30, and whoever got to the ball first. So the very first play, the very first time they do this, the very first game, both guys dive at the ball, they crash heads, and both of them are concussed out for the game. It's a horrible idea.
I think it's a great idea. I do this all the time at work. Like there's one of something, but two people want it. And I'm always like, you know what? You guys should grapple for it.
Yeah, you should cage match for it, at least.
And everybody is kind of like, oh, like we don't do that in the civilian world. But in the Marine Corps, like that was a thing. I remember,
Hell yeah.
Real quick story. So when you're in the Marine Corps, sometimes you end up going to do details for dumb shit. And like sometimes you have to go to the armory and clean weapons because assholes are stupid and don't clean their weapons, so you have to do it for them. Or but this one time I was in charge of the back gate for the air show one year. And the air show at Miramar is a big deal. So basically what our job was, stop vehicles, search them, take any alcohol, weapons, anything that they can't have on base. So I'm a sergeant and I've got a shit ton of like 19-year-old Lance Corporals working for me. And we stop this car and they've got, well, hold on. We stop a limousine and it's filled with alcohol. We confiscate all of it.
Love that.
But we ended up confiscating a bunch of weird stuff like a taser, a couple of knives, right? And a ton of alcohol. And two guys wanted the taser, and I was like, fucking grapple for it. And they were like, let's do it. They took off their blouse and they were ready to fucking go. Ready to fucking go. Like that's how things should be done in real life.
Yeah, that's how war should be decided.
Oh, they used to do that.
Yeah, grapple for it.
No, like
with as many people as you can.
Two armies, they're like, let's not do this. Your best fighter versus my best fighter, and whoever wins wins. Like,
yeah, love that.
Yeah, I like that too. Iran can't do that anymore because they just executed a wrestler, like a famous wrestler. So that whole grappling thing's out.
It's out the window. You know, times have changed.
Fucking Iran. Oh yeah. Let's not get into that though. I've got some updates. I think you've got an update.
Yeah.
So let's go back and forth. You want to? Oh well, yeah. You want to start? Well, we can't go back and forth if you want to start. You only got one.
Yeah, I only got one, and I changed my mind on this update because I want to talk about something so much better.
Okay.
I want
to
talk about Afro Man.
Okay.
Have you been keeping up on this at all? Do you know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about. I know the situation. He was raided. They didn't find anything, and he spent like a year and a half making up songs, just making fun of them.
Yes,
but
and
that's all
I find
know.
nothing better. I find nothing better than this whole. Okay, 2022, his house was raided for some totally bogus charges. They enter his house, they break down his door. The cops end up finding nothing, so they're annoyed that they're there. They end up stealing like his cash and a bunch of other items, totaling about $5,000. And the one cop in there that I love that he focused on, the kitchen camera, you can see it from the footage that he posted. This cop is eyeing the 11-pound cake the entire time he's there. And all he wants is a slice of this pound cake. Well, Afro Man zooms in on that fact. So part of his song is the fact that he just wants that piece of pound cake. And so much so that this police officer ended up getting hundreds of pound cakes delivered to the department.
That's
amazing.
So good.
It's so good. That. But then all of those officers counter-sue him.
Yes.
They're the ones that broke in on false claims, left the place a disaster, stole his things, and now they're suing Afro Man for making a funny song about it.
And so they ate his cake.
And his pound cake.
What the fuck?
This whole thing goes on for about a year. Afro Man is sitting up on the stand, having to defend himself, and basically just saying, I don't understand what the problem is. This is my First Amendment right to my freedom of speech. And I'm doing is making music about things that actually happen. If you want to talk about the facts, we can talk about how the police broke into my home, about how they stole my things and found nothing of worth in terms of what the charges were for. So if it wasn't for them doing that, not doing a proper investigation before raiding my house, they didn't do that, then we wouldn't be sitting here right now. So at the end of all of it, like the police officers had to get up on stage because at one point, Afro Man had a song about one of the police officers about how he's having an affair with that cop's wife. It's just so like outrageous and ridiculous, which is why he did it. So the officer is on the stand, the lawyer's asking him, well, is your wife having an affair with Afro Man? Which is an outstanding sentence to hear out loud.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I don't know. He's like, you're unable to verify if your wife is having an affair with Afro Man? And he's like, well, you can never really be sure.
Yikes.
Like, yeah, you can. You can actually be very sure. Anyway, he ended up winning the case. And he leaves the courtroom going, we won, America. The pettiness, though, to first of all, write a bunch of really catchy songs, then make a music video of all of them, and then not stop there. It gets posted on all of his social media and also on a speaker that plays all the songs on a loop like all day. Just for the community.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I loved every second of this. And Afro Man has grown so much in popularity, like he's making a resurgence. He was actually just in Schenectady here in Western New York. Unbelievable.
No, what's unbelievable is there's a place called Schenectady.
Mm-hmm.
That's unbelievable. What is that?
It's not that far. It's not that far from Canada Iguana.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not far at all.
Oh, so when they're facing southwest, they must see a lot of northern lights.
Yeah, they see a lot of it's like this interesting Western New York phenomenon where the lights, like the sky, will light up orange, and then when you get closer, you find out that they're just lights.
It's a ski slope.
It's a ski slope lit up in the nighttime.
Yeah. What did I say? I just said ski lope.
Yeah, it's a ski lope. You know what?
A ski lope.
I actually like it better. It's a ski lope.
Ski lope. Yeah.
I also like the fact that this joke is only for 4 different people.
I know, and they're probably not going to listen either.
No, not at all.
So, I've got an update. Do you remember when I told you that Paige, her keys weighed almost 10 pounds and you said she was the janitor at Hogwarts?
Yeah.
Well, there's another issue here that's even more insane. Those keys somehow get lost all the time.
How?
Now, explain it to me. They're gigantic. They weigh They weigh 11 pounds. It's like misplacing a car battery. Like, how do you do it? Like, if you drop those keys in the house, insurance needs to get involved. I just don't understand how those keys are getting lost.
Yeah, it's like losing track of your refrigerator.
Right. The keychain is so large, and it's a constant thing. Like, I don't know where my keys are. Where are my keys? I can't find my keys. And it's like, you haven't tripped over them yet? I don't understand.
The best part is there's all those keys on that keychain and so many different little keychain things that we didn't put an Apple tag. We didn't put an Apple Air tag on that bitch yet.
No, that's next.
That's the next step.
Yeah, that's the next step.
Yeah, that's the qualifying step.
But yeah, I just figured I'd throw that in there as an update because this week I swear the keys got lost 7 times. So yeah. Oh, and I've got another update.
What's up?
So I'm sitting. Well, I don't know. I think I was editing some clips or doing something for the pod, and I got Seinfeld running in the background, and it's the episode where Jerry gets a watch as a gift from his parents, and it doesn't keep good time, so he just throws it in the garbage, and Uncle Leo finds it. But anyway, I'm working, and Kramer walks into Jerry's house. Jerry's parents are on the couch, I think, and Kramer asks for the time. And all of a sudden, Siri's like, sure, it's 3:25. And I'm like, what?
That's wild.
Right. So I paused the TV and I go, Siri, do you have the time? Nothing. Siri, do you have the time? Nope. Not answering me. So I play the clip back. Siri gives fucking Kramer the time.
Kramer has more control of your house than you do?
Yes. How weird is that? Oh, don't like it at all.
Yeah, that is not awesome. This happened to Sam one time. She came home complaining about work, and she was just like on a rant and just like venting it out, and we're like, let's go. And then Siri just goes, it's okay, I think you're a great person.
Yeah, she's always listening. Always listening.
Yeah, and she's a liar.
Yeah, Sam's not a great person. I've got a bone to pick with Sam, but that's for another time.
Okay. Next episode.
Yeah. All right. Any more updates?
No, I mean, not really. We had to we're a little bit late in this week getting to this, but like last weekend, I just got to play music all day. Like all day, was it Saturday or Sunday? It was awesome. I haven't been able to do that in a few years, but we have a show coming up, and man, I am just so looking forward to that. And it's at a decent venue. It's hopefully going to be a decent crowd, and it's a tiny stage, just like the old days. We're going to be cramped up there. Oh yeah, you get a perfect view of my fellas and their butts.
I again, you threw me off because that's all you see is their butts?
Sometimes, yeah. If the stage is spread out wide enough, like I get a line to the crowd, but sometimes when it's real cramped, it's just like I get their shoulder blades like right here.
So you're just staring at their cake like that cop was staring at Afro Man's cake.
Exactly like that.
Okay. Let's see how many times we can throw that in.
The pound cake is so funny to me. And like of all the things he could be upset about that they did to his home, he took a piece of pound cake.
Yeah, don't take my lemon pound cake. Fuck you.
Oh my God, so good.
All right. Well, do you have a regret this week?
Regret, you know. The only thing that I really have, I was on my way to work earlier this week. It was 6:30 in the morning, So I stop and grab some gas before I head on my way. And there's a dude. It's 14 degrees out. There's this dude in a hoodie and pajama pants pumping gas, 25-mile-an-hour wind. What are you doing? You've got to be kidding me. In this weather? Get out. Like, listen, I'm a Buffalonian. I'd rather you be wearing shorts than pajama pants out once again in public. Where were you doing at 6 a.m.? Like, where are you going that you couldn't have put on real pants for this? Or even shorts. I don't care if you're warm. I don't give a shit about you, fella. I just don't. You can't be wearing pajama pants to the gas station to pump gas.
No.
Your pajama pants in your home. Ban the jams.
Ban the jams.
Hashtag ban the jams.
I don't even care if you live in your car. Take 3 minutes and change. Reach into your glove compartment or wherever you keep your clothes. Put on some pants, then pump gas.
Yeah.
Oh,
go into your dresser, aka plastic bag that you found on the road, and grab your regular pants. Put your pajama pants in there. I don't care that you're wearing them in your car, because if you live there, that's your home.
Yeah.
You change them goddamn PJs.
Yeah, when you get out in public, change. Fucking
I almost said something to him.
You just got to start screaming at people. Ban the jams.
Yeah. Ban the jams.
But I do have an update.
And literally scream, "What's up, bud?"
I have an update about Ban the Jams, and I completely forgot about this until you reminded me. So I'm really glad you had sort of an encounter. But Ban the Jams is gaining steam. And I was talking to my brother-in-law last night at dinner, and pajamas are officially banned at the American School for the Deaf.
We're doing the Lord's work.
Yep, we are.
I mean, got to ban the jams.
Yeah.
We got the Tampa Bay airport and the deaf school.
We're not making any progress at the Cheesecake Factory, though, and I'll be honest, I'm a little sad about it.
Yeah, but the Cheesecake Factory, that's like the boss level, you know?
Yeah, we're gonna need like 3 or 4 protesters out there.
Yeah, they're gonna need a lot more corporate pressure. You know?
I agree. You're right.
I'm gonna start with that guy at the gas station.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we will. We just we gotta stay strong, and even though it's tough, and even though we're getting a lot of criticism, we gotta ban the jams.
Ban the jams. Agreed. All right, back to the regrets. I've got a regret. So, in my new role at work, I'm kind of in control of the schedule and the teams and who I pair together and everything like that. And we have this young vet tech who is incredible. She's super smart, willing to work, enthusiastic, asks questions, just wants to learn. She's great. And there hasn't been very many opportunities to get her into surgery, to assist with anesthesia and everything like that. So I've made it kind of like a priority to get her in there because I just don't want her to lose the knowledge that she learned in school, because she just graduated, I think, over the summer. And she hasn't gotten one opportunity to get back there. So it was a big priority once I took this role. And my work bestie, Nicole, right, who's super smart, just amazing. She's her knowledge and abilities is just mind blowing. She's just so good, and she makes everybody better. And that's pretty wild too, because we have a pretty incredible team. But I paired those two together the last couple of Tuesdays, and they're having way too much fun together, and I'm gonna have to split them up. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah.
No, you got to be the teacher. Split assign seats, everyone.
Don't like it. Because
nice to have that report. You gotta love the fact they get along, but when it starts to become unproductive, I don't think so.
No, that's the other problem. It's still productive.
Oh, you're just upset they're having more fun than you?
Yes. Yes. That's all. That's why I regret it. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm upset with myself that I should have known that was your angle.
Yeah. I'm upset with you too. You think I
Well, yeah.
care if any? You think I care if anybody's being productive? I just don't want anybody to have more fun than me.
Well, that's a pretty low bar.
Yeah, that's true.
The dude that hates everything. Don't have more fun than him.
Yeah, that's good.
Valid regret. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like the regret's misplaced.
No. Because like, so I'll have like 5 minutes in between an appointment or something, and I'll kind of like, poke my head to see, what's my work bestie doing over back there? Can I go over there? And she's fucking having a great time with this new girl. This not new girl, but this young lady who's just incredible. She's having more fun with my work bestie than I'm having. That's bullshit.
You walk back there and they're like playing categories.
Yeah. Yeah. Even on my day off last week, they sent me a picture together while they're like prepping a dog for anesthesia.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Well, you have to go there and lay down the law.
Yeah, right? That shit's ending real fast.
If you're having fun at work, more fun than me, you're getting written up, and that's the end of it. It's the end of the discussion.
Yep.
Yeah,
I agree.
If you have more fun than me 2 times in the same week, you know what? There's the door. Get out.
Bye.
We can't have that kind of positive culture around here. Not in these parts.
Yeah, go salt the driveway or something.
Yeah, go salt the driveway. It's not even salted, and it's slippery. Unbelievable.
That's ridiculous. These people, they don't know how to act at work.
No, you got to be miserable and pissed off all the time.
Yeah. Like I used to say while I was walking down the hallways at headquarters, secure the fucking happiness.
Listen, if you enjoy your job, get a new job. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I worked with a doctor. This was years ago. This is my first job. I worked with this doctor, and he used to tell people, and he'd like yell it at them. He'd be like, "There's no crying in veterinary medicine." Well, you know what? There's no smiling either.
And by the way, there's kind of a lot of crying.
I know somebody
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know somebody would be so upset about, a dog being put down or a mistake that they made that was like an honest mistake. It happens. And they'd be really upset, and he'd be screaming at people like, "There's no crying in veterinary medicine."
That's a hot take.
I know. It's fun to say, though.
It is fun to say, right? Like, there's no crying in baseball. We all know that. That's a tale as old as time. There's no crying in vet. No.
Whatever.
Like that pet you've been working with since it's a puppy. It's now 17 years old and it's time. Yeah. Don't cry about it, dumbass.
You better not. Jesus.
You're crying about that dog you've known for its entire life.
I know.
What a pathetic loser.
I know. Rub some fucking dirt on it. It's going to be fine.
Rub some dirt on it. Go ahead and get a Gatorade or a Pedialyte, whatever the kids drink these days, and go on about your day. All right? Maybe a little prune juice, help with your urinary tract.
No, cranberry juice is for the urinary tract. Prune juice is for the other tract.
Excuse me. Are you trying to have more fun than me right now?
No, I would never.
Right. Yeah, good. See, that's a proper response.
All right. Let's get into Timothée Chalamet.
Yes, tell me. Hit me with it, baby girl.
Because I really would love to get into Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah, attaboy.
Attaboy. So he was on I don't know, Matthew McConaughey's show, and they were talking about ballet and opera. And I guess he upset a lot of people because he basically said that he wouldn't want to be a part of the opera or, oh, no, he said, I wouldn't want to be a part of something that's dying. I think that's basically what he said.
Yeah.
And he said upset a lot of people. And I don't understand why so many people on the internet are upset about this. Like, it's been dying for like 200 years, and a very, very small minority of people are keeping it alive, and good for them. Like,
Good for you.
I think it's important. Keep ballet, keep opera alive. It's very difficult. But fuck, we all know what he means. So shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's like how many of you have opera songs on your iPod?
Right.
No one?
Not
Ever?
me. No.
That being said, I guarantee you don't have the national anthem either. So maybe that's not a great example. But but
I listen to it every morning.
The national anthem?
Yep. Every morning.
Yeah?
No, I'm making that up.
Yeah, I know. The opera's been dying, like you said, for 200 years. The only people that like it now, they don't like it because they like opera. They like it because they feel like it makes them smarter than you for not liking it.
Well, I mean, the people who do opera, they must like it.
Maybe. I would question it. I can't. I mean, I think as like, person in music, the people that sing opera, incredibly impressive to me because you have to have a specific vibrato. The songs are written purposely. So like they're incredibly like technically difficult to sing, and I can find the value in it. Am I going to sit through 3 hours of that? Absolutely not.
No.
Also, I think people in Italy probably like opera because it's like mostly written in Italian. But outside of that, I just can't see. I can't see why anybody would ever get excited about it.
Well, you know what? Get excited. I don't care. I just don't understand why people are getting upset.
Yeah, that's the right angle.
I don't understand why people are getting upset. We all know what he meant. Like, stop with the fake fucking outrage. Shut up. Like, there was this whole thing. Steven Spielberg was like, ignoring him at the Oscars. Like, oh, good for you, Steven Spielberg. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, well, if you need a leading role, you're going to call Timothée Chalamet. I'll tell you that for free.
That's where I wanted to get into because, like, I guess he's a very big star.
Yeah,
but I know him from Dune. I was surprised that he was in Interstellar. I don't remember that at all.
Oh yeah, he was Matthew McConaughey's son.
Yeah, forgettable.
It's his first feature film.
Well, like I said, forgettable. So I know him from Dune. Apparently he was in Interstellar, and there is a movie that I really, really like on Netflix. I think it's like the Last King or the Last Battle. The Last King.
About King Arthur, right?
No.
I don't know. Like, it's just Last King and it's old.
It's not about King Arthur. It's is it King Edward?
I don't know. I'm
pretty sure it's King Edward. But or Alfred. Maybe Alfred? I don't know. But it was very good. What?
Who gives a shit?
Yeah. It was very good, but I didn't even realize it was Timothée Chalamet.
Oh, really?
No, because I don't know. Like, most of the time I'm watching a movie and I'm like, oh my God, that guy, we saw him in this and this.
Yeah.
And his name was the same. But with this one, I guess I didn't recognize because he's got a forgettable face. I don't know. Didn't recognize him in Interstellar either.
So this to me is a hot take. So I will say Interstellar was a 3-hour movie. He was maybe in less than a minute and a half of it. So like I completely understand why it's forgettable because there's not a lot of scenes when he's like at home. It was like the opening scene, and then like you quickly saw him for 10 seconds at some point. Totally understand that. I think that he is the best actor in our generation right now.
Yeah. What do you mean?
That dude's good.
What do you mean our generation?
Like within our age.
Oh,
our cohort.
All right, we're gonna have to do an update next time we meet because I think you're wrong, but I can't even think of somebody else.
Yeah, I know. I think Timothée Chalamet is great. Well, didn't you like Dune?
Dune?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Okay, let's get into this a bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So I like Dune because I like science fiction and fantasy. And I thought they did a wonderful job depicting a world without technology but also with high technology. Because like there's some backstory there where technology got out of control, so nothing can have like an AI brain and everything like that, and like that's all illegal. Like anything that works by itself is illegal. And I thought they did a beautiful job doing that and showing that without telling us. The score was incredible.
Yes.
The score was incredible. Visually, it was beautiful, especially if you watch it on IMAX.
The visual was stunning, and it didn't need IMAX to be stunning.
Yes, it did, because on IMAX, there was like 20% more stunningness.
So you want me to get my ass in a car in Buffalo in February for 20%? Not happening.
Oh, man. Well, that's 120% if you put it all together. That's math.
Yeah, see, I don't math good. That's my problem.
So, here's my only thought about the first Dune. They ended it like a beat too late. So you get like the fight and everything, and like it should have ended at the end of that fight, but then you get like a whole nother beat, and it kind of left me like, why'd you do this? Like just make the other movie a part of this one and make it 6 hours. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
But all in all, I really liked it. Whatever.
Yeah, I thought it was a tremendous movie. I agree with all of your points. And, you know, well, now that you say it, ending a beat too late, I can totally see that. But like that whole film, start to finish, I never felt bored. And it's not because the subject matter was like exciting all the time. It wasn't Die Hard where things are just exploding constantly. But I think it's an actor's job to get the audience to care about you and about the characters. So I think that Timothée Chalamet did that better than I see anybody else in our cohort doing that right now.
I'm just flabbergasted. You said cohort.
Yeah, I took the SATs, failed
them. Yeah, all right. I guess I can't argue with you because I can't name another actor in our cohort.
Well, let's circle back around to this for next week, maybe.
All right, yeah, we have to, because I think you're wrong. I have no evidence for it, but I think you're wrong.
But if you find one in the cohort that like is as good or better, I'd love to chat about that.
All right, and also next week we'll be banning the word cohort.
Yeah, but one more time, cohort.
All right, you want to get into TV commercials?
Yeah, this doesn't take long. Like the marketing strategy behind TV commercials, they just think you're dumb. That is what they do. That's what the company thinks of you. They think you're a moron, and that drives me nuts. And I didn't even notice it until somebody like maybe a year ago, pointed that out to me. So I started like anytime I'm watching like sports, it's the only time I've ever actually watching TV. But anytime I'm watching sports, I notice the commercials that come on, and these two like cartoon characters doing something stupid, or the dumb people that like are fumbling with the Tupperware and the thing. Like that's what they think of you. And that should make you not want to buy this product because they think you're that stupid.
Is that what's going on?
That's what's going on. Because you don't need this, like, you don't really need this product, right? And if it was a good product, they would show you how well it works and why it makes your life better. But instead, they choose to convince you how stupid you are and how this product helps make you look less stupid in front of your friends.
Huh. I think this goes back to our Netflix talk about like people's attention span.
Could be.
I think they just want you watching it. But you know what? I can't say anything because I don't watch commercials anyway.
Yeah, I'm mostly on streaming services, right? Like, and you know, I should try to avoid that whole thing. So the only time I've ever, like, if I'm watching sports, right, on cable, like March Madness on, I don't really watch March Madness, but if it's on, I'll watch a game. And I'm flabbergasted by how stupid that they think I am. Okay, perfect product. This is a real thing, and we'll put a link in the description for the post we put up. The Cob Gobbler.
The Cob Gobbler.
This is a real product.
No, it can't be. That's
the
made
Cob
up.
Gobbler. It's not. We checked into it. We're watching bare knuckle boxing. Don't know why. And they had this AI commercial come on. And the whole thing is like set in, like they're doing a podcast and talking about this amazing product called the Cob Gobbler. And all it is just a peeler, but instead of the peeler being like a straight thing, they put it on the other side, which already exists. And then you can peel corn off of the cob. You know what else does that? A knife. And so this product is already really stupid. But then there's a line in there in the commercial about how the Cob Gobbler, it's not just a product, right? It's an investment in your future. Yeah. The future of corn.
Yeah. Yeah. Corn is the future.
That's how stupid they think you are.
All right. I guess I agree with you. I have no opinion on this. I really don't,
man,
which is wild. But I do want to know, where'd you get your time machine so you could go back into the 1914 and watch bare knuckle boxing?
Dude, it's on I have YouTube TV, and there's one station in there when it's like, you know, midnight, they don't show anything other than different rounds of bare knuckle boxing. And it's current. It's happening right now.
I didn't even know that was a thing anymore.
This dude, a perfect punch, connected right on the bridge of his nose, shattered it. So the dude had like a nose, like you see the profile, and then after the punch, it was just like eye socket and then flat. His nose was flattened on his face.
Yikes. I don't like that at all.
I actually hated every second of watching this, but the other fellas liked it.
Oh, I don't. So like, hand-to-hand combat just never really interested me.
Nah, boxing, UFC, MMA, all of it. I don't care. Yeah. I just don't. Because you know what I don't like? At least in boxing, if you get knocked out, right, you go down, there's a count. You're not allowed to hit them anymore. So like I can see that, right? There's something like barbaric about the UFC to me, where if you knock this guy out and he's clearly out, you have to keep punching on his face until the ref stops you. And like that just seems like a bit much.
Right. I think for me, it's like, so if I'm watching football, a million things can happen. Obviously, one team's going to win, one team's going to lose. Maybe there's a tie, but like a million things throughout the game can happen. With like hand-to-hand combat, it's just like somebody's going to win. All right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
it's either going to be a decision or it's going to be a knockout. And like the decision, I don't know, like you're kind of just leaving it up to people's opinion. And any sport that ends with your opinion is not a good sport.
Yeah. You know what I do enjoy watching every once in a while though is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Like every once in a while it'll show up on like my feed. And I find it really cool because like you're like, oh, that guy's fucked. And then like the guy's like somebody comes in like doing some commentary and I'm like, you thought this guy is fucked, but actually the other one is. And then you see why and that you get an explanation. And I think it's pretty cool. Like I don't know. I think that's interesting. Just seeing how like they can just be really calm. They're in a pretzel, like suffocating, and they're like totally in the moment and calm and just reverse everything. Like I don't know how. Yeah, that I think that's cool.
Jiu-jitsu as a martial art in general is a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the one that's most like applicable to people in their everyday lives. Like just if someone were to like I'm a little tiny guy. So if someone were to grab me, I would just flail.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd throw confetti at him from my pockets.
You should just carry around like pockets of confetti dicks.
Oh my God. I only have the square kind.
Like glitter dicks and throw those at them. Like stay away from me. I'll dick you.
Bless you.
Did you see that video of the San Francisco mayor and his bodyguard like get attacked and his bodyguard just gets like tossed to the ground? And then the San Francisco mayor doesn't do anything in the video. He's just like casually walking like he doesn't see his bodyguard getting fucked up.
No, I did not see that. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, he could use some jiu-jitsu classes. Yeah, check that video out. All right. I wanted to get into the WNBA. We were talking about it last night at dinner, and it's something I complain about in my brain quite often because I just don't understand what's happening there. So, they've been in these negotiations, right? The Players Association with the league for over, I think, a year and a half now, and they want a bigger cut of the revenue. And so we really came close to a strike. I don't know why I keep saying we. They really came close to a strike.
You and all them bitches? Yeah.
Yeah. But like they reached a deal, no strike, season is on, so great. But they almost shut the whole thing down. But I think a lot of it was about seeing how much leverage the players actually have. And I don't know if they realize it, but they don't have much leverage because they don't make any goddamn money. So, I don't get it. What do you want? You want more money you want more of a percentage of nothing? Is that what you want?
I want to be clear when we start this conversation. This is not, we're not even talking about like male versus female pay gap. That's not what this is.
Well, that's not when they use
that as an argument, it's a failed argument already. That doesn't really apply to sports because you get paid on the amount of revenue that you generate. For those people that don't know, the WNBA is subsidized by the NBA. They already don't make any money on their own. The NBA gives them a couple $1 million a year to have a league at all.
Not a couple million, 10 to 15.
10 to 15 million?
Yes.
Yeah, right. I guess that's in terms of like a sports league, that's a couple. But yeah, right. 10 to 15 million. I mean, like, they make hundreds of millions. I think the NFL now is the most profitable league. I think the NBA is second. But they're both nonprofit organizations. Make sense. Anyways, I digress. So the WNBA like already can't support themselves. They're supported by the NBA. So if they actually make a bigger percentage in their league than like LeBron James does.
Right.
When you break it down according to revenue and like what the profit share is, they make more. So you want more? I don't understand. What you should be worrying about is marketing to people to come to your games.
Right. Well, they want more of nothing because
Yeah, that
they're
doesn't
making
make
nothing.
It's
And
like same thing that Megan Rapinoe tried to do with soccer.
I just want to do so. I do want to say, because I want to be fair, the league's growing, but they're nowhere near where they can be demanding more money and revenue sharing because they don't make any fucking revenue. But so the NBA is a $10 billion league. The WNBA makes a couple $100 million, 2 to 3. That's a couple, by the way.
Yeah.
But my thing is, which really annoys the fuck out of me is you've got Caitlin Clark coming in 2 seasons ago and people just start watching, right? And what do the WNBA players do? Treat her like dog shit.
Yes. I just cannot wrap my head around this. People are watching your sport because now there's someone who can make baskets. Right. There's never been a player in the history of the WNBA that makes as many threes as she's only 2 seasons in.
Right.
So
I don't get it.
Like, there's something to watch with the sport now. But what I don't understand is when women gang up and say, like, oh, yeah, it's not fair. They're not getting paid as much. Well, it's because you don't go to the games. If we had an NBA team here in Buffalo, I'd go. Because I have a team, and that's my team. We have our thing. There's more. Bill Burr's point on this is the right one. There's more women in the world than there are men. Yet the WNBA is struggling much more than the NBA. Why?
Well, it's because this is what I think. So you get Caitlin Clark coming into the league, viewership just skyrockets, prices of tickets skyrocket. Everybody starts treating her like garbage and talking shit about her, and I don't know, telling her she has to understand her privilege being a white person in a black space or whatever the fuck. I don't know. All this nonsense. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Now, guess what you've just did to the people who were watching? They don't want to anymore because you're treating somebody that they wanted to watch like shit.
Yes.
What's the old saying? Like a rising tide lifts all boats. How about you shut the fuck up and, I don't know, show some gratitude to this girl who's single-handedly saving your fucking league.
Yeah, it's one thing if you're like, playing aggressive D, guarding her. Cool, do that. But you're just you're like Angel Reese. One of the reasons nobody can stand her is because she's vocal about how it's not just Caitlin Clark that's making the league exciting. It's me too. No, it's not.
Yeah,
the only reason anybody cares about you is because we can make a ton of money betting that you'll miss your first shot every game, and it's almost 100%.
No shit. Also, yeah, there's nothing exciting about you missing your shots and getting your own goddamn rebounds.
Yeah, it's actually sad. It's really sad to watch. But that's what it is. Anytime we're this happens all the time. We're on our fishing trip in Canada. After, the evening's over, we're just kind of relaxing. We'll flip through TV, see what's on. And it's Canadian networks, right? So they don't have a ton of American sports or anything. They don't have a lot of American shows either. So sometimes all that's on is Canadian football or the WNBA. And so it's always a toss up. We think it's a toss up. And then my brother just chimes in and they're like, I'd rather watch Canadian football than a bunch of missed layups. I'm like, it's kind of true. And it's not just me being an asshole. Look at the statistics. I encourage you to go look at the stats on missed shots. It's incredible. Now, you could say, well, maybe they don't have as many resources for training. And that might be true. There's probably some validity to that. But who changed the script on that was Caitlin Clark. She didn't, she has the same facilities in the women's March Madness, same facilities as the rest of the women. She makes all of her 3-pointers. What it comes down to is reps. She practiced harder than everyone else.
Yeah. But here's my, so There are WNBA games pulling 500,000 viewers. Guess how many the Little League World Series is pulling?
Oh God. What was the WNBA number? 500,000?
500,000.
I think the Little League World Series is like at least 5.
3 to 4.
Yeah, okay,
Close.
right around there.
3 to 4. All right, now Caitlin Clark's college game, 18 million viewers, bigger than some NBA finals, and she's bringing that fucking attention to your goddamn league, and you want to treat her like trash?
Dude, that was more than Turning Point USA.
Yeah. Kid Rock should have lip synced that shit. I don't know. I just don't understand. Have some gratitude. Like, the other thing about Caitlin Clark is, like, she's humble. She doesn't throw it in your face. Yeah, she's a fucking competitor. When she's on the floor, she'll talk some shit to you, but that's what you're supposed to do. Talk shit. But you're not supposed to treat people like garbage. You're not supposed to, like, intentionally flagrant foul them. You're not supposed to, like, be like, you're not supposed to other people. That's what they did to her. They othered her, and it's like, I just don't understand it. Like, why would you want to do this? Like, now I don't want to watch your fucking league. I hope it fails.
Yeah,
I hope
it sucks though, man.
Caitlin Clark will be all right.
Yeah, but like Caitlin Clark, she like gave a whole generation of kids like an idea that they like could be a professional athlete and do well. And these other girls are taking that away from those kids. Like, I don't know, man. You really think about it. Any sport, right? That's why the NFL gets so involved in, you know, like the charity events and the boot camps that they do for kids and all that. So they're trying to do is ensure that they have a future in the sport. You get kids involved in football now, the likelihood increases that they'll want to pursue it. And that's not just revenue for them, for the NFL, that's a huge economic benefit. You know, the single day a year most TVs are purchased?
The day before the Super Bowl.
Exactly. It's the day before the Super Bowl.
I was right.
You were right.
Wow,
that's a fact.
Wow.
The day before the Super Bowl is the largest day for television sales. So that sport has a huge impact on our economy. So we could. What do you mean?
I don't understand. Like, you don't have a TV, and now you're like, oh wait, the Super Bowl. I didn't watch the whole season, but I'm watching the Super Bowl. What's going on?
There's a lot of people that they're going to be having a party and they want a new TV.
Okay.
Right?
See, I don't want to have a party, so I don't understand that, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess the way I should phrase it, that's a single day of the year that has the highest TV sales. Not most TVs are purchased on that day, but the largest day for sales is that.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And, you know, there's an economic benefit to that to the whole country. And so if you could make your sport better and worthwhile and worth watching, there would be people that would be interested in having a get together for the WNBA finals. And that's just it's all part of it, right? The Super Bowl is a big event. I actually think someone should try to make it a national holiday, to be honest. I don't know.
What's going on? I'm sliding. I'm like sliding this way. Like, all of a sudden my office is at an angle and I'm just going, like, my chair's going like this. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Sorry
Are you okay,
about
baby
that.
girl?
No, that was
okay, sweetie.
It's not. I just felt myself like just slowly moving to the left. All right.
Yeah, I thought for a second you were on the Titanic and it was going down.
Yeah. Man, I wish. God.
Yeah. You're on the Titan. It's about to implode.
Oh man, Kim. Since you just mentioned that, what a sad thing. Let me first off.
Is it okay? Hang on.
Yeah, it is. It is. A bunch of people were were killed, right? Because some douchebag.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to.
Because some douchebag was like, "Oh yeah, like I can duct tape this submarine together. It'll be fine." And they were
First of all,
convinced by it.
I think the Titan would have done a lot better if duct tape was used. That fixes everything.
Yes, you're right.
Their problem was they tried to use metal and rivets. Like a loser.
Yeah. They probably had a bunch of Marine Corps mechanics put it together. That's what happened.
Yeah. Well, the first mistake, like if I'm walking up and about to get into a submersible and go very far down, I do not want the main driving device to be a PlayStation controller. Okay.
Oh no, a lot of our submarines do that.
What?
Yes. So they realized, like, instead of like this like $100,000 like apparatus, they could just kind of plug in like a console controller and it does the same exact thing.
Holy shit. So when you're just like in park on that submarine, you can just start playing NBA jams?
Yes.
Don't ban those jams.
That's what
Don't
they do.
ban those jams.
No,
that's not the
wrong
jams we're trying to ban.
No. Wrong jams. But I could get behind Jarred Jam banning that.
You want to ban jam? Oh, but I can't ban red pepper jam.
I could live without it. That's all I'm saying.
I could live without it.
Yeah, somebody could convince me to get behind that.
But like on a brie, like on a baked brie.
What? What are you doing at home? What?
Enjoying things.
You're just baking brie and putting jam on it?
Here's what you do. You get your puff pastry, okay? You lay that bitch out clean. Jesus. All right. You put down your red pepper jam in the circle in the middle. You put the brie on top, and then you fold up the puff pastry, flip it, bake it, 300 degrees, about 10 minutes, get that shit nice and melty, get out some very thick crackers. They have to have a lot of structural integrity to handle this bitch. And you get in there and you have a nice time.
Can I ask you a question? Is this like a snack for you?
No, this is if I'm going to perhaps a dinner party, right? And I have to bring something, perhaps an appetizer. That's I like to bring that.
Really? If I eventually had a party and you brought that, I'd be mad at you.
Well, yeah, but I know you.
I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
So what I would bring to your place would be like, maybe a few varieties of different like shrimp skewers. Like I would do like a fried shrimp, but also like maybe like a barbecue shrimp. And I would maybe also do like a chili lime shrimp with a crema on top.
All right.
Yeah, you got to know your audience, man.
Yeah, you're right. I like to eat, but I want to spend my time like making the meal. I don't want to spend my time making snacks.
I mean, yeah, there are some snacks that like get in the way of your day.
Yeah, like I don't. Yeah, if I want something baked, I'll make some pizza rolls.
Oh my god, get me started on pizza rolls. Let's go.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Well, we have pizza logs in Buffalo. It's the best.
Pizza logs?
Yeah,
I've seen pizza logs. Yeah, those are good. What I have done before is make my meatballs, make them really tiny. Like just like bite size. And those are a hit.
Oh, they're phenomenal.
Yeah.
Those are the best meatballs I've ever had.
They're good meatballs. I appreciate that compliment.
I mean it sincerely. I think I still have your little your little recipe card you wrote me.
Oh, that's sweet. You should frame it.
Yeah. I can't. I have to use it.
Well, if you frame it and then hang it in your kitchen, you can use it any day you like.
Oh my God, that's true.
Yeah.
Can you sign it that way? That way, if you die, it'll be worth something.
Yes. Sure. What are you planning over there?
Nothing.
All right. So we got to get into things I hate. We're actually kind of on time today, so this is pretty good.
Let's go. All the stupid rants we went on, and we're still on time.
Yeah,
we're consummate professionals. We've been doing this for decades.
I know. We're on point. We're fucking clutch.
Yeah,
we're like functioning alcoholics. They're clutch.
That's what we are.
Yeah. You don't have a thing you hate this week.
Oh, I thought I just added one. Okay, I do have a thing I hate.
Oh, you do? Oh,
I didn't on there.
I didn't refresh.
The thing I hate: Logan and Jake Paul.
Oh yeah?
I fucking hate these guys. They are so full of themselves. They are so annoying. Like Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson. And you could clearly see that the whole thing was staged and set up. Mike Tyson had no interest. He just got paid his $45 million and went home.
Absolutely.
But then he runs around talking about how I beat Mike Tyson. First of all, dude's 55 years old. Secondly, if he tried, he would still beat your ass. These guys are so annoying to me. Logan Paul. So you might not know, they just had this whole event. It was like the former NFL players that did flag football. It was on this weekend. It actually was pretty cool. It's cool to see different players from different teams, past and present. There's maybe some retired, still throwing it around or whatever, and they're all still amazing athletes. It was cool to watch. For some reason, Logan Paul is there too, and he's at a podcast several months ago before all of this. He was talking shit to Tom Brady, like Logan Paul is better at football than Tom Brady is. Or that you guys aren't really even that athletic. I am more athletic because I'm on YouTube. First of all, fuck your face. Get out of here with that it's number one, super disrespectful. I don't like Tom Brady at all. Let me rephrase this. I don't like New England Tom Brady. Florida Tom is awesome. It's he totally different than New England Tom. Florida Tom, great.
Florida Tom, Tampa Bay Tom is okay. If he was Miami Tom, you might have a problem.
Well, depends how much coke he did. Anyways, sorry, avocado coke. But he's talking shit to Tom Brady about NFL players aren't as athletic, so it's not a big deal for him to play in the NFL. He could just do it tomorrow. And Tom Brady is just telling him I think you are a great athlete. You can't just play in the NFL tomorrow. That's not how this works. Just trying to set him straight a little bit. But he keeps jawing off to him about it. I'm like, dude, shut up. My God, these morons, all they do is go on all the sorts of shit just for clickbait. They love it. I got to collect my thoughts. They infuriate me. I think they are so annoying. They add nothing to anyone's lives, including their own mothers. And I can't escape these losers. So then he's in the flag football game and he gets an interception from a bad throw because his team was getting killed. He's trying to squeeze a ball in there. Logan picks it up and then he runs up to Tom Brady and gets in his face about it. Dude, this is a charity event, and the only one taking this seriously is you, and that's why you're a loser.
Yeah. I'd like to make a confession.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. Wait, it's Jake and Logan Paul.
Yes.
Right. I have to make a confession. I don't think I could tell them apart. The only thing I know about those two is they're just a couple of JOs. But that's it.
Yes, you have it. It doesn't matter if you know who they are. It makes no difference because they are both awful. Imagine Tyra Banks, but white dudes. Just horrible people.
I
They
don't.
do. They add nothing to anyone's life. They are just awful. And I want them both to be kicked firmly in the nads by Messi.
By Nessie? Like the
By
Loch Ness
Lionel Messi.
Oh, I thought you meant the Loch Ness Monster.
Sure. If it's got a stronger kick than Lionel Messi, which I seriously doubt.
Oh, like, what do you mean?
I need yes. The next time they're in Scotland, I need this to happen.
You know what I do? I still couldn't tell them apart, but what I do know is that their YouTube movies sucked.
Yeah, because they suck. The only reason they're relevant is because they will go up to Tom Brady and talk shit to him like he's a bitch, and it'll get clicks. And it's so disingenuous. Right. They're losers and they're morons, and they make a fuck ton of money being losers and morons. Nobody likes you. Everyone that watched that fight with Mike Tyson is because they wanted to see Jake Paul's ass get beaten, because it can happen.
Right.
Mike Tyson could easily rip that dude to shreds, but he didn't for money. Good for him. He didn't get his face beat in, and he got $45 million. No shade against Mike Tyson. If he ever hears this, Mike Tyson, just calm down. Everything's fine.
Yeah, he will fuck you up too.
Yeah, he'll bring his tiger.
Unless you have your pockets filled with glitter dicks, then you might have stand a chance. But
yeah. Side note on all of this, we have a letterboard in our house that Sam sometimes will let me write a message on. She always assumes I'm going to write some sort of like festive message. But the only thing I have ever done with this letterboard is a Mike Tyson quote that he absolutely did not say. But I spell it out with the... Yeah, go ahead.
I know what you're talking about. The letterboard. Yes, I've seen these during football season. But you said something interesting. Sometimes Sam will let you write a message. Yeah. What do you mean? Sometimes she'll let you?
Every once in a while, she would, like when we lived in our apartment, this was a big thing. If it was a season, she would do some, okay. So it's like getting close to Halloween. She would use the letterboard and write something like, "This kitchen's filled with a bunch of hocus pocus."
Oh. All right.
But then I would change it. When we get closer to Christmas, I would change it to "Merry Christmas, children." Mike Tyson.
Okay. All right. Okay, I understand.
But with the THs. Yeah. Right now, it's up here right now. And it says, "We're going to the Super Bowl." Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. All right. Wow. You know what's so funny? Now we're not on time anymore.
Sorry. It needed to be said.
We were doing great.
The listener that we have is going to love that segment, because I promise you they hate Logan and Jake Paul too. And if you don't, unsubscribe.
Well, our only listener is my mom, and she loves Jake Paul.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Things I hate. Fucking bumper stickers.
Yeah. Here we go.
Fucking bumper stickers. I just don't understand why does your car have to be a moving advertisement for the things you like and dislike? Mm-hmm. Do you really need to tell me? And I imagine, since you're the type of person who puts bumper stickers on your fucking car, that you have no problem telling people about the things you like and dislike. You probably can't keep your fat mouth shut about it.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
I completely agree with this.
Don't need to know that you supported Gore Lieberman. Don't need to know that you like hot dogs. I don't.
There is one bumper sticker that I have ever seen that I liked. One ever.
Okay.
It said, "Officer, I'm only speeding because I really have to poop."
Well, that's not even like an opinion. That's like, hey, just letting you know.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was
I like
great.
that.
It was hilarious. Every other bumper sticker sucks. Do not tell me to read the Bible one more goddamn time, you lunatic.
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
I'm just saying, I'm not going to listen to your Christian radio station. I'm not going to do it. Stop telling me to do it.
Every time I see one of those coexist bumper stickers, I'm like, this person would never want to have a conversation with me. they like that person with a coexist bumper sticker would call me a Nazi and a white supremacist.
Yeah,
I guarantee it. I'd be like, yeah, like I think you should be able to own a gun and smoke weed and put on a dress. And they'd be like, you fucking Nazi, guns. I'm like, did you hear the other two? Fuck. Do what you want. That's what I'm saying. Do what you want. You're a Nazi, fucking white supremacist.
All right. So if
I get called MAGA constantly online, and then I get called a libtard constantly online, and I'm just like,
which one is it?
Could we get all of you in a room so you could discuss and agree on what kind of thing I am today? But anyway, bumper sticker. My least favorite bumper sticker is the "Who rescued who?" ? Bumper sticker.
Oh,
you're telling me you don't know? You don't know who rescued who? Spoiler fucking alert. You didn't rescue anybody. And there was a comedian that made jokes about this, and you can ask anyone who's ever heard me rant about this before. I said this before that comedian. You didn't rescue that dog or fucking cat. You didn't. You went into a place where it was having a great time, eating food, whatever it wanted, wasn't on the street, and you took it home. You fucking adopted it. You didn't run into a burning building. You didn't save it from fucking drowning. It wasn't about to be in a boxing match with Jake fucking Paul. You didn't rescue that goddamn cat. You were like, oh, well, look how cute this thing is. I want to take it home. Here's $75. Sure, I'll make sure it gets neutered.
No, you won't. Oh my God. It's true. Yeah. It's not like the ship was going down and you grabbed the dog.
Right.
Swam it to safety. Yeah. It is true. It is a good point. But could you imagine who rescued who? Like the dog went to the SPCA and there's just a bunch of humans in the kennels just crawling around. The dog's like, I'll have that one.
And then while as they're walking out, the dog's like, can you drive? Here's the keys.
yeah, here's the keys. They weigh 11 pounds.
Yeah.
Call back.
Nice. Yeah, I just think bumper stickers are really stupid. The people who like have like 40,000 bumper stickers on their car, those are the people you want to avoid at all costs. Don't get into a conversation with them.
Yes.
Don't lend them any sugar. Just avoid them completely.
Yeah. Yes. I don't really have much to say because that's just right. If they have 1,000, if they have 1,000 bumper stickers on their cars, two things: either extremely opinionated, don't get into a conversation with them, or they're a hippie and definitely get into a conversation with them.
Yeah,
but the risk is not worth the reward. All right,
don't do it. Don't fucking do it. They smell like patchouli. Don't do it.
Yeah, they smell like patchouli and bad decisions.
So, I think it was like, I don't know. Fuck. It must have been. I don't remember. I was living in Columbus, and it must have been 2019 or something. And I went to visit friends and family in Pittsburgh. and it was right in the middle of the like the campaign, and like they are all like Trump supporters, like diehard Trump supporters. And I remember just arguing about a bunch of stuff that I didn't like about Trump, and how I thought Trump was going to destroy the GOP and split the Republican Party, make the country more divided, or at least not him being responsible for that, but lead to the division because of the pushback and the pendulum swing on the Democratic side.
Which you were all right about.
Right. I was absolutely right about this. So I'm saying our goodbyes, I'm going to be driving back to Columbus, and everybody's like in a really good mood and everything. It was a great visit. Driving back, everybody is honking at me. Everyone is honking at me. People are driving by giving me the finger, and I'm like, what the fuck what am I doing on the road? Right? So I get home, and I swear it must have been like 5 or 6 people like honking and giving me the finger, and like 30 or 40 cars just honking at me while they're driving by. I get home, and I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. So I walk around my car to see if there's something wrong with my car. There's a Trump bumper sticker on my fucking car.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So you're telling me during your visit, someone just had a few spare bumper stickers?
Oh, yeah, they did.
I have 2 things about this. I think it is wild the amount of merchandise that guy has been able to sell, which is another. I don't know. It irks me that a president markets himself in such a way that there are actual stores for just his like sayings. And man, I just like it. It's such a weird thing to me, because there is literally in North Tonawanda, New York, right adjacent to where I live, on the corner, there is a Trump store, which I think is a horrible business decision, because he's not going to be the president forever. That's not that you can't carry on that business. Could you imagine selling Trump shit in 2038?
Yeah, but well, no, he's running for president in 2028, so it's fine.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah. Once he fixes all the elections, he's in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, because then it'll be easy.
Why do you think
you don't have to?
He arrested Maduro. He needed advice. He needed campaign advice.
Yeah, for sure. And then you don't have to launch 60 investigations into an election that was accurate, free and fair,
right?
And then lose all of those cases. You don't have to do any of that.
Yeah, when you win 99.7% of the vote, what's there to investigate? Obviously.
Yeah, you might as well not even look into it. You might as well give up as soon as you hit 51%.
Right.
Anywho. Yeah. So like, I think he's a marketing genius, right? Like, I don't like him as a president at all. You know this.
Mm-hmm.
Our listener knows this. Yeah. I don't think at all.
The Jones Act. We were talking about this the other day.
The Jones Act. Explain this one to me.
Here, let me look it up because I'm going to say it all wrong.
All right. Well, while you're looking that up, I think that in terms of like getting people to follow, right, the marketing aspect, absolute genius, right? Quick phrases, make America great again. Like, build a wall. There's thing after thing that he's able to market. Nobody knows what it actually means because it doesn't mean anything. There is no plan behind any of it. It's just like, we just are able to say these things. We can sell merch. People wear the merch. Other people see the merch, and you're able to get the kind of votes in that way. It is an absolute, like, he's an absolute marketing genius.
Yeah.
I mean, he was that way, like, well before his political career with The Apprentice. Like, unbelievable on that show.
Yeah. Everybody is like, he's, such a dumb person. I think he's an extremely smart human being.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I don't think he understands almost anything about our government or economics. But
you only say that because you don't like him. I
say that because he very clearly doesn't know what a tariff actually is.
Of course he knows what a tariff is. Of course he knows what a tariff is. He's got a different, there's like 30 different schools, like when it comes to economics and tariffs and theory behind it. And he is on one that you are not. There are multiple people like who are much smarter than both of us that actually think what he's doing with his tariff, or he was doing with his tariff policy, is good for the country. Just because you disagree with it doesn't mean he doesn't know what it is.
Well, I don't. No, I'm being fair. It's not that I just disagree. Tariffs do two things. They can either drive revenue for your country, or they can bring manufacturing back to your country, but they cannot do both simultaneously. That is like economic
but
fact.
There are people who believe you're wrong.
Sure.
And they're actually smarter people than both of us. Like, yeah, but they've gone to school far longer. They actually work in like some sort of job that has something to do with the economy. Like, they just have a different theory about this. My thing is like, I just like, can we just be like honest intellectually about this? Like I don't want to spend 30 minutes arguing with you about this. I just like, my whole thing is I don't think the tariffs are good either. Like, we've talked about this a bunch of times, but also I know the president knows what a tariff is and how they affect things.
Can I ask you a question seriously though? How do you know he knows what it is?
Because he has a brain, and I know what a tariff is.
Sure, but
that's how I know, because he's the president of the United States. That's why.
I don't think that inherently gives you knowledge into how that works.
No. I think like you have to have some sort of knowledge about tariffs and the economy and everything to be a successful billionaire.
I mean, that's where I'll push back though, because it's not like he started from nothing and became a billionaire.
All right.
He was given $1 billion to start with.
How many people win $300 million on the lottery, and where are they today?
Well, that's completely different.
No, it's not.
It is. No, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. If you win the lottery, you don't make good decisions, because if you did, you wouldn't be playing the lottery to begin with.
Oh, that's not fair.
I mean, I think that it's neither here nor there.
Just because you have a huge amount of money doesn't mean you're going to be smart with it. Like, if you know,
sure. I agree. I think winning $1 billion is a lot different than being given $1 billion when you live with a billionaire. Like, that's different, because you understand a little bit more and you have a lot more resources, right? People that win, people from a trailer park that win $1 million don't know what to do with that money because they don't have resources. What I'm trying to explain is everything that I learned in my economics degree is the opposite of how tariffs are being used. Now, are there going to be people that are definitely smarter than me? First of all, yeah, that's a very low bar to clear. But the problem with economics in general is that there's very little fact and there's a lot of theory, because things can still happen. There's a trillion variables that happen within a market, with what's going on in the world, all of that. In my viewpoint, I do not. I absolutely see the difference between driving revenue for your country and bringing manufacturing back to your country. And I absolutely see why when you follow the trails, they cannot happen simultaneously. It's either one or the other. Because if you want to drive manufacturing back to your country, what you actually do is lower tariffs because it incentivizes your manufacturing to come back here because the companies have to be able to afford manufacturing here. So if you want to drive manufacturing, you have to actually lower tariffs. And Milton Friedman is the one who said this, and he is like the cornerstone economist of our time.
Yeah, Milton Friedman is my favorite economist of all time. He's my favorite intellectual of all time.
Yes, he's awesome. This is his theory. And so, if you raise tariffs, that can drive a lot of revenue for a country. It doesn't have to be a bad thing, but it does make everything in your country more expensive.
Right.
So
but
to me,
what is happening here is like you're explaining economic theory, right?
Yeah.
When there are other people who have other economic theories, right? And our president obviously subscribes to a different one than you do.
Sure. However, let me push back on this again. What's currently happening?
You just want what is currently happening?
No manufacturing is moving back to the United States, and things are more expensive. So, after his tariffs, what's happening?
Okay,
but my theory has turned out to be more correct than what his proposed one was.
Yes, but that doesn't prove that he doesn't know what a tariff is.
I feel like it does.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I feel like it does.
No, it doesn't.
Because as many people that agree with his theory and the way he wanted to use it, as many people that says he's right about it, there's just as many that disagree with that. So to me, that's a wash. I don't care how many people agree with him. I think that there is, when you're talking about this, there's really, it's not really theory. There's only one way that those both interact.
My point isn't who's right and who's wrong proves who knows what a tariff is.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what a tariff is. He just subscribes to different tariff theory than you do.
I mean, yeah, sure.
But
I do think it's incorrect tariff theory.
But that's the argument we're having, whether he knows what it is or not.
Yeah, but I think that if you subscribe to an incorrect theory, that means you don't really understand it.
That's not how theories work.
Yeah.
They have to play out.
So this is what makes economics difficult.
They have
because
to
there
play
are
out,
a lot of things
and
that
then you're proved right or wrong.
Yeah, but so there's only like 3 different times in history of the United States that we've increased tariffs to that amount, and all of it has ended up in recession every time, right? So you start to learn why this is happening. It's because it drives inflation, increases inflation. And it must, because things are more expensive to import.
Okay.
Right? Like that has to happen.
But
we know that is a fact.
But none of this is none of this is my argument.
I'll get there. Yes. And so if you decide then that we're going to incentivize manufacturing to come back to the United States by raising tariffs, and there's these 5 economists that agree that will work, and they're all wrong because it's never worked in history. It could still be a theory. You can call it a theory, but it's incorrect, which means those people and him don't actually understand how it works.
Do you agree that markets, the way markets respond, the way people respond to markets, and the way they are ordered in the economy has changed from 50, 100 years ago?
Yes, but I don't think the president has any direct impact on that.
No, I'm not saying he has any direct impact on it, but could someone look at the economic outlook, like the whole thing, all the markets, how things are arranged, what's going on, what's driving things nowadays, and say, well, I've developed a new theory about tariffs based on what I'm seeing?
I mean, I suppose,
our
but
economy
it would be specific. It would be
very,
specific to
very
the variable they're talking about.
But our economy is very different than it was 50 years ago. The global economy is very different than it was 50, 100 years ago. So
Yeah, but
somebody
so
could
you have a
say,
good point here.
hey, I've got an idea. Let's test it out. This is my theory.
So you have a good point. Things absolutely do change over time. The thing that has never changed is imports and exports. Like, you know, they might be faster. So like the transport time,
right,
and then like the cost of that might be different, but that's never changed.
But what I'm saying is the other variables may change based on those imports and exports and the way revenue is being driven and how. So
yeah, but really what you're talking about is a different variable, not the concept of tariffs itself.
Well, it's all so you're absolutely right. But also what I'm saying is here's these variables, and those variables have changed. So now somebody says, you know what? Because the thing has changed, maybe it will respond differently to tariffs.
Yeah, I guess it's potentially possible. But
I'm not saying they're right. I'm just saying, why can't they develop a different theory? And then somebody say, you know what? I agree with you. You explained that very well. All right, so let's give it a shot. That doesn't mean it doesn't mean they don't know what tariffs are.
The reason I don't think so though is because it's still it's about plus and minus, right? Adding tariffs and then lowering them has an adverse result. So the variables can definitely change, and they can sort of change the theory a little bit. But in the past, it's the same thing, right?
No, but what I'm saying is,
or they go down.
Right. In the past, though, you're saying if we look at history, this is how things are going to work. What I'm saying is, somebody said, forget history. The economy isn't structured like that anymore. It's structured differently. And I think tariffs, the economy will respond differently to tariffs than it did 50 years ago. That guy still knows what tariffs are.
I see what you're saying. And no, I don't think there has been any change, because I'll explain why. Because the price of imports goes up. They're not going to the foreign country is not going to eat the cost of that, because they want to make money too. And they pass that cost on to the end user.
I understand
and that will never change.
I understand the very, very small, simple thing that tariffs do. That like what you're explaining. But what I'm saying is there is a ripple effect because they do this small little thing. There's a ripple effect across the economy. And because the economy is structured differently, somebody might say, you know what? It doesn't do what we think it does. It doesn't do what it did 50 years ago. Yes, it might increase prices here, but because of the market structure is here, it will do X instead of doing Y like it would have done 50 years ago. That's what I'm saying. Like this guy, because our economy is absolutely structured differently than it was 50, 100 years ago.
Yeah, the economy as a whole, yeah.
Yeah, as a whole. So what I'm saying is somebody may have developed a theory, right? And say, you know what, tariffs will increase costs here, but it will even out, or it will do this, this, and this further down the line. That's my theory. That just because he has a different theory and doesn't agree that the effects will be the same as 50 years ago doesn't mean he doesn't know what tariffs are. That's my argument here.
Yeah, I guess that could be possible in that hypothetical. Yeah, that could be possible.
Right, but
I guess maybe I'm not articulating it well. I guess I'm not articulating it well. But no, like, the bare minimum concept does not change. So
yes, like, you're right. I agree with that.
You could have like a theory that you know. So for example, what you're saying, right? So if we increase tariffs here, we need to cut taxes for the U.S. people here so we can level it out, right? That's a good theory, but that's not what happened either. I'm talking about what happened, right?
No, but so what you're saying is you're basing your economic theory on the past.
No. I'm basing on my economic theory. Well, I'm basing my economic theory on my education in economics. Very different.
And your education on economics is based on how economic theory has been proved right and wrong throughout history.
Sure.
It has.
I mean, yeah, it has. Yeah.
Yeah. And what I'm saying is the guy knows, whoever comes up with a theory and says, I know what tariffs are. This is what tariffs are going to do in the immediate, but the downstream effects based on what the economy looks like today will be different than in the past. The person still knows what tariffs are.
Sure. I don't know, man. I like then if he truly knows what they are and what they do, then why is every decision that has to do with tariffs been a bad one? Bad for the U.S., right?
Because it
increases inflation.
Because it's a bad theory. We both agree on that.
Yeah, but if you understood what a tariff is, you would know that's a bad theory.
No,
that's my point.
No. Oh
yeah,
my
I think
God.
you would.
No,
I think it's that simple.
You're not understanding what I'm saying.
I'm understanding what you're saying, but you're talking about a guy that has a bad theory, and you use the term bad theory. There's a reason you say it's a bad theory, because we could have proved before that it was a good theory if we did things that were not that theory.
Because we watched it play out.
Yeah, but we knew that. Like we knew, my friends from college, we all knew that that's exactly how it was going to play out.
Well, we haven't even really seen any effects from the tariffs all that much.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? The stock market's still doing incredible, right?
So the stock market is not.
We have seen. We have seen increases in prices, but everybody was like, your 401k, like, sorry, it's going to be gone. In 6 months, it's going to be gone. And we saw basically nothing happen because nobody knew what the fuck to expect at all.
All right. So the deal with Canada, he kept blaming Biden about like what a terrible deal that was. It actually was a very good deal that Trump brokered in his first term. Very good deal. That didn't need to change at all. All we did was piss off another country for absolutely no reason. They,
I agree.
Yeah, that's all we did, and there's no net benefit there. So we're using a tariff, not even for the two ways that we could use a tariff. You're doing it for literally no gain, and so like to me, number one, tariffs Greenland. There's no one even there. There's no imports there. What are we doing? Like that's nonsense to me as well. I think if you wanted to generate revenue, I think that's a noble thing to try to do to attack the deficit, but the deficit has only gone up. And so we're not accomplishing anything there. That inflation is rising, and you're not combating that with lowering taxes. You're actually increasing them for the middle class. So to me, this guy doesn't understand economics at all, because all of these are bad decisions. And we know that because having an education in economics, like we knew exactly how that was going to play out, and it played out exactly how we thought.
All right, sure.
So what you're saying is absolutely right. There could be theory out there that agrees with what he's saying, but at the end of the day, they're just wrong. So it's not bad.
All you're saying is, though, my issue what you're saying is this guy doesn't know what a tariff is. And and my issue with it is obviously he knows what a tariff is.
Why is that obvious?
What do you mean?
Why is that obvious? Because
he's
only used it to the detriment of America.
How's it only been to the detriment of America?
Because all of the things that tariffs do have a negative impact on our country.
It's just the detriment. There's not one positive that has come from his tariffs. Not one.
No, I don't think so. Why? Like, what would it be?
I could name a few, but like it's we've been going an hour 40. Right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But this is my issue with everyone. Like it, and see, I don't know. You just triggered me, I guess. Like just being like, this guy doesn't know what a tariff is. Like he obviously knows what a tariff is. Like it's tariff. It's a very, 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 very simple thing to understand what a tariff is.
Yeah.
Very simple thing. Like, do I think he's using them incorrectly? Absolutely. But like that, what I just said is an honest statement. And like, if we're going to talk, if we talk politics, right? Like, I think we should approach it like from honesty, or like are we any good or like any better than the people on CNN or Fox News? Like obviously nobody's watching us, so why am I comparing us to that? But like I just think but I like my thing is like to just say some like to I it just bothers me so much that
I mean, I think I hear what you're
he's,
saying.
He's stupid.
I come to that conclusion.
He doesn't know what a tariff is.
Like, I come to that conclusion based on the evidence that I have.
But you don't have any evidence. You don't have any evidence. You've never talked to the man. You've never given him a quiz, an economic quiz. Like you don't know what he knows or doesn't know. And like, obviously a tariff is a very simple thing. So he knows what a tariff is. Like he knows.
All right.
All right. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. Silence.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's the thing is, like we always have these discussions, and you know, I'm respecting your side of it. So I understand what you're saying, right? Like, yeah, no, have I talked to the guy? No. All I have to go on is the way that he goes about. You know, the only thing I have to go on is his actions, and like to me, using them in the way that he's using them is. He must not fully understand what they are, because if you did, you definitely would not make these decisions. That's all I'm going on.
I disagree with you completely.
Yeah,
he knows
that's
what,
all right.
He knows what they are. He knows what they are.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool. I mean, I hope the fuck he does. It's not like I'm rooting for the guy to fail, because we all fail if that happens. But right. Yeah, I think that you know definitely the decisions in the way you said it right. The decisions in the way they're being used definitely not great. So I definitely I hope that he starts to see some of the result and revert back to maybe different economic theories, so that it can be beneficial for the country.
Well, too late. The Supreme Court took care of that for us, so he won't learn his lesson, obviously. Well,
he very rarely ever does.
Maybe for 2028 he'll learn. Yeah.
At the end of it, though, dude, I do respect what you're saying and the other side of it, and maybe I should rephrase my wording into instead of him not understanding what a tariff is, that doesn't understand maybe the end result of the actions of them.
Right. I like my thing is so. If he doesn't understand what a tariff is, he's not responsible for the outcome.
Okay.
And he obviously, for me, I'm like, he must know what a tariff is. And for me to be like, you motherfucker, you like, stop telling me there's a trade deficit. Stop telling me that's like it's a terrible, terrible fucking thing. Like, are you saying this for the people who don't know what a trade deficit is? So they're like, oh yeah, tariffs.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
That's why I point out that he's a marketing genius, not because to give him a compliment, but because he's preying on people that don't really understand what it is, to invoke fear so that they follow him. And I have a big problem with that. But people on the other side do it too.
Right.
And I have a big problem with that too. Yeah.
So for anybody listening right now who's like, what are Eric and Jeff talking about? Like, he told me that trade deficits are terrible. Well, let me put it very simply. When you go to the store, you give money to the store and you come home with a ton of stuff. But the store never comes to your house, gives you money for any of your stuff. That's called a trade deficit. Do any of you people think that that's a bad thing? Because I don't. I love that the store doesn't come to my house and try to buy my stuff.
Dude, could you imagine if Walmart showed up to your house in pajamas?
Yeah, in pajamas.
Tried to buy your dog?
In pajamas. Oh my God. I'm so glad we did this. I don't know if
Me
we're
too,
gonna.
man.
I just want you to know I respect the fuck out of you, and I know where you're coming from.
I respect the fuck out of you too. I know where you're coming from.
And I don't think you're a bad person, and I would never, ever, ever like think any less of your opinions or anything like that. I love having these great discussions. And
me too, man.
It's just a ton of fun because like we get to challenge each other, and like I do understand what you're saying. And yes, I did create a couple of hypotheticals to prove my point, which isn't great, but
you know what though? But the thing is, hypotheticals can be used to test our logic, right? And so, you know, I like that. I like that angle. I like that opportunity. And we've had plenty of discussions where I remember this specifically. We were in the Poconos. We got into like kind of a political debate. There was other people there, and you were like, "Oh, okay, now I understand a little bit more." And I'm like, "I changed my mind." And like that's how this should work, right? Like, you know, like you're challenged a little bit. And there's been plenty of times myself, include like, you know, when we have these talks, I'm like, you know what, I do need to think about this differently. You know, maybe that was a little bit too narrow of a worldview. So I think it's all good. I think if you only talk to people you agree with, you'll never grow.
Yeah, and you'll end up being one of those assholes who put a coexist bumper sticker on your fucking car.
Yeah, put the poop one on. Put the poop one on your car.
Yeah, poop. You got to take a poop. Oh my God. And I also want everyone who knows me in real life, you heard it here. I said, you guys are right and you've changed my mind. It's actually fucking happened. Wow. So my favorite part about this, we got to wrap it up, but my favorite part about this is every time we're like, we have to keep these shorter and they're getting longer.
Yeah.
That's good,
it's fine. It's fine. Sam will still never listen.
I know. And also, like, I feel attacked. Like her commentary, I was like, oh my God, she's really coming after me here. Wow. Yeah, I feel attacked.
Well, all right, brother. It was another good one. Love talking with you. Love you, dude.
Yeah, I had a great time. Love you too, man. And thanks for hanging in there with us, guys. We really appreciate it.
Emily is gonna be so upset.
I know. All right, bye,
Shout
everyone.
out M-Dog. Bye.
What? Wait, what happened?
I said shout out M-Dog.
Oh, okay. Is that what we're calling her now? M-Dog?
I don't know. I was trying to be cool and urban.
You are cool and urban. All right, bye, everyone. Boogie boogie.